The UNI basketball team won the Missouri Valley Conference regular season championship, and next week we'll head to St. Louis to try and win the tournament title. On this edition of Panther Sports Talk, we recap all the fun with Coach Jacobson. We bring you a story on two women's basketball players who can shoot lights out from behind the arc. And we tell you about two seniors who've had a big presence the past 4 years as UNI student athletes.